Right now, millions and millions of Americans are impacted by one big event. That is the fires that are happening in the state of California. And Home Depot is giving us a warning, telling us what is coming. So I'm going to tell you what you should be doing right now to prevent yourself from missing out or from paying more for something in the very near future. It doesn't matter if you live in California or somewhere around California. This is going to impact every single person from California to Texas to Florida to New York and everywhere in between. So I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So what in the world is going on? Well, we're seeing all these fires that are popping up in the Los Angeles region. And here's the problem. These homeowners are going to have to rebuild. And I've talked about this several times here on this channel, especially over the past week. And a lot of people say, well, it's not going to impact me. This Home Depot employee says, yes, it will. Now, before I get to this, here's something that I just did because I saw prices were already going up. One of the things that I do as a homeowner is I replace my filter in my HVAC system. And even though it says to replace it every 3 months, I personally replace it every month. Now, in order to do that, I need to have new filters. Here's the problem. I already noticed at Home Depot here in Washington State, we were already seeing a little bit of a short supply. Don't know if this has anything to do with California, but listen to this. This Home Depot employee wrote to me and says this, and I quote, "Let me tell you what we are doing at Home Depot right now. Our store in Northern California is already sending inventory down closer to LA and the surrounding stores. And we are doing so because the stores down there are getting wiped out of everything. Lumber is selling quickly, siding is gone, roofing material has sold out, and I suspect it is because contractors are already repairing damaged homes. They aren't rebuilding from the ground up yet, but likely fixing small damages so that families can return. My store manager said that we will get more inventory from the other stores further away, but there will likely be a trickle effect of items flowing towards LA over the next several months." Now, I actually reached out to a friend of mine who's a contractor over in the LA, well, not technically in the LA region, a little bit further south, but what he said was he was getting so many calls to help fix homes. Simple things like, hey, the siding, it melted. Okay, can you come out there and fix it? And these people aren't waiting for insurance. They don't care about insurance. You know why? Because many people don't have it. So what they're doing is they're reaching out on their own to contractors, to handymen, to repairmen, to fix their home so that they can live in it. One person, according to my friend, said they called because their windows were completely black. Okay, so all they needed done was they needed first their home need to be somewhat defumed or whatever it is, or smoke damaged. So they're going to go in there, clear it out. I guess it was pretty close to the fire, but it didn't burn down. It was just smoke. That's the other thing. When he was telling me this, that's why I thought, you know what? I need to go and I need to make sure I have enough filters for my HVAC system. And so I went to go buy some. Well, guess what? Guess what people in California are doing that do have HVAC systems? They have to make sure they have a clean filter. They have to have a clean filter, because if they don't, guess what? Your HVAC system will stop working right. It'll be running a little bit too hard and could eventually, burn or break down. So they don't want that. But again, I bring this up for one simple reason. This employee is saying that Home Depot is already sending inventory closer to LA. Now, for example, it says lumber is selling quickly and siding is gone. Well, yeah. If someone's home is, or their door got kicked in, or rebuilding a fence, whatever it may be, they may want it done immediately so that they can get back into their home. that if a fence burnt down and that's where their animals stay, let's build up the fence again. The animals can be right back in there. Now, here's the crazy thing. We are less than a week into this massive destruction, this Palisades fire and all the surrounding fires around it. This could be the costliest wildfire in the history of the United States. Okay? Likely is. And it could be by 5, 10 times. That's how big this fire is. But here's the thing you need to understand. It's not just Home Depot. It's Lowe's. It's all the home improvement stores. They are sending, and we're seeing this, the supply is just moving down to California. I actually reached out to another friend of mine. He's a trucker. Now, he was saying that there's a lot of demand for lumber. Lumber prices are probably going to shoot through the roof. Okay, if you haven't invested in lumber, maybe now's the time to do it. But he was saying that one of the things that he's been noticing is, the orders to get shipments of lumber over to California already are pretty high. Now, here's the one thing. I don't expect we're going to see California change their policies, and I don't see the people that, and they should do it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see the people that lost their homes being pushed to the front of the line so that they can get their building permits done early. I just don't see it. Okay? And the reason I say that is because California's never done anything right. Okay, they've done some stuff, don't get me wrong, but the majority of their policies, it's all backwards. So what this person's saying from Home Depot, that go and buy the stuff you need now, because for one, prices are going to go up. Across the board, they're going to go up. But here's the other thing, and this is something that you may not realize. The amount of people that are going to be impacted because of this. Let's say you work in a city that they manufacture, tiles, right? They cut tiles, they do ceramic, they do, vinyl siding. It doesn't matter what it is. Vinyl fencing, okay? You work at a manufacturing plant that manufactures, whatever it could be. It doesn't matter. What's going to happen is we are about to see that industry, the real estate, the building industry, okay, materials, everything's going to go through the roof. Remember during the pandemic, and again, I hate to bring up one crisis right after we were talking about another one, but remember during the pandemic when all those different businesses shut down, okay? Then when things opened back up and we need to make masks, guess what happened? A lot of those manufacturing plants, they stopped doing what they were doing before to make masks. Guess what they're going to start doing now? They're going to switch from whatever they were making before to something for real estate. Because not only are people still renovating homes all over the United States, but we have to rebuild homes in the state of Florida. Many people lost their homes. Many people, they're going to be torn down. And not just homes, but businesses as well. And it's the same thing in California. Thousands of people lost their homes. These fires are still not contained. As somebody that lives in Washington State, and almost every single summer, we are seeing smoke. Right? We are seeing that there's a fire here and there's a fire there. I can tell you right now that, yes, this is something that does affect every single person in the state. With that said, we are going to see a massive amount of hiring here very soon. I don't know to what extent, but it's going to be big. We're going to see manufacturing in the state of California. This is something that's probably going to go through the roof. Okay? Prices are going to go through the roof. They're going to be insane. Simply because the supply of the products that are needed versus the demand of the people that are looking for these products. Well, that's a big issue. But here's what's happening right now. Based off of what we're hearing in the initial reports, and again, we are, 4 days into this? Something like that. Was the fire started, Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday? And so we are just a handful of days into this, and already people are scrambling to try to get a home. We are seeing bidding wars in California. I have a friend of mine who, which is odd, but he just got his real estate license. Okay? just got his real estate license probably a month or two ago. Has not sold a single house. Just in the past few days, he's already put offers in on 3 homes. Okay? In 2 months, 1 or 2 months, however long he's been doing it, he has not sold a single house. All of a sudden, because of this disaster, he's had offers for 3 homes. Okay? It's crazy. We are going to see prices in California go through the roof because of this. Rental prices are already going up. Okay? I have another friend of mine. He has several different properties, and they're bidding wars. They're seriously bidding wars. People want to move into these properties. One of which he didn't renovate. So he's trying to do everything possible to get somebody out there to clean it, see what the damage is, and then he'll repair whatever damages he needs to. But these people are trying to push him so quickly, they will get into the property, they will clean it for him, they will help with repairs, just give them the property. That's what they're saying. Again, I'm telling you this because what we are now experiencing is something that we've never experienced before. And again, experts are saying that what's happening in California is going to affect us all. Because based off what we're seeing, there's already people. And again, I saw a report from, U-Haul, that there are many people that are seeking U-Hauls to take whatever they could salvage from their home. Okay, they're thrown in the back of U-Hauls and they're driving it to whatever state they need to get to so that they can actually live with some family members. We're about to see people shuffle throughout the United States. They're leaving the state of California simply because they don't have anywhere else to go. So they're going to the nearest family members, whether it's in Oregon, Nevada, Texas, Washington, right? Somewhere. They're just leaving because they got nowhere else to go. But just wanted to share this with you. I thought this was very interesting. What we are hearing right now that's happening in Home Depot, likely happening at Lowe's, likely happening at other hardware stores as well. But again, let me know. Are you seeing your Home Depot, your Lowe's, or your hardware stores, are they looking somewhat empty? If they are, it's not because all these people are trying to renovate in your area. It's likely because they're now trying to send some of that material down to California, and then they'll restock your store. So we'll see what happens there, but that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.